In the pressurized steel and concrete world of Black Rock Federal Penitentiary, there were predators and there was prey. The rules, written in blood and fear, were simple. You either ate or you were eaten. The yard was a kingdom, and every kingdom has a king. At Black Rock, that king was Carlos C-Note Ruiz, the shot caller for the Aztlan Kings. He was a mountain of tattooed muscle with a gravitational pull of violence. But every so often, the system imports a creature that doesn't fit the menu, a creature the predators tragically misidentify. And for C-Note, that mistake was about to cost him everything. The mistake arrived on a Tuesday transfer bus. Inmate number 77409, Marcus Vance. Vance was the physical definition of nondescript. He was 40, with thinning brown hair, cheap wire-rimmed glasses, and the soft-bellied posture of a mid-level accountant who'd been caught embezzling. He was 5'10", and probably weighed 170 pounds, soaking wet. He didn't have a single visible tattoo. As he shuffled through processing, he kept his eyes down, his movements small, his voice a barely audible monotone when answering the COs. He was in the savage calculus of the prison yard: fish, fresh meat. C-Note and his lieutenants, a vicious duo named Psycho and Dom, spotted him in the chow hall on his first day. Vance sat alone, eating his tray of beige food with neat, precise movements. "Look at that pajarito," C-Note chuckled, his voice a low rumble. "A little bird. Bet he sings, too." Psycho, a wiry man whose face was a roadmap of knife scars, grinned. "He's gotta pay the tax, boss. Gotta welcome him to the neighborhood." The tax was the prison yard extortion racket. New inmates paid for protection, which really meant paying the kings not to break them. The first test was subtle. As Vance was returning his tray, Dom, a 300-pound slab of muscle, stuck out a leg. Vance, not seeing it, tripped, sending his tray clattering across the wet floor. The entire chow hall erupted in laughter. Vance's glasses flew off. He didn't curse, he didn't posture. He calmly felt for his glasses, put them back on his face, and retrieved the tray. He didn't even look at Dom. He just went to the CO by the door and asked for a rag to clean up the spill. C-Note watched this, his eyes narrowing. This wasn't the reaction he expected. Usually, the fish either cowered or tried to puff up, both of which were signs of weakness. Vance's nothingness was unnerving. Or, C-Note decided, it was the deepest form of weakness. He was a complete coward. "We'll break him in the yard," C-Note decided. The next day, Vance was walking the perimeter track, his pace steady, his gaze distant. The king surrounded him. The other inmates, the AB, the BGF, the independents, all kept their distance. They could smell the blood in the water. "Hey, accountant," C-Note sneered, stepping in front of Vance, forcing him to stop. "You dropped something in the chow hall yesterday. I think you owe my boy an apology and a fee for the cleaning service." Vance looked at C-Note. He didn't look at his eyes. He looked at his throat, at the thick artery pulsing beneath the Aztlan tattoo. He looked at Dom's right hand, noting it was his dominant one. He looked at Psycho's feet, analyzing his stance. This all took less than a second. "I don't want any trouble," Vance said, his voice quiet. "Too late," Psycho hissed, and shoved Vance hard in the chest. Vance stumbled back, catching his balance. He didn't raise his hands. He just stood there. "You're in our house, Blanquito, and in our house, you pay rent. 20 packs a week, or we move into your cell permanently. I don't smoke." Psycho laughed and drew back a fist. But before he could swing, a CO on the tower blew a whistle. "Ruiz, Vance, back it up. Get to your blocks." C-Note shot Vance a look of pure poison. "This ain't over. We see you in the showers, little bird." Vance just nodded politely, turned, and walked away. This non-reaction drove C-Note insane. It was a sign of disrespect. This little white-collar nobody was ignoring the king. That night, C-Note put the word out. Vance was his. Anyone who helped him would be an enemy of the king's. But there was one man watching who wasn't part of C-Note's crew. He was an old-timer, an Aryan Brotherhood shot caller named Preacher. He sat at his usual table, watching the interaction with cold, calculating eyes. "That new fish is gonna get himself killed," one of his young prospects said. Preacher shook his head slowly. "No, he's not. You see his hands? What about him? They look soft." "You look at his knuckles," Preacher said, his voice low. "They are calloused, but not like a brawler. Like a drummer. Precise. You see how he stood? He didn't square up, he bladed. He was offering his shoulder, protecting his center line. And he wasn't looking at C-Note's face, he was looking at his throat." Preacher leaned in. "I saw a guy on the outside once, back in the 90s, in a bar in Chicago. Some Russian Bratva guys were making noise. This little dude looked just like that, like an accountant. He took out 3 of them in 5 seconds, used a rolled-up magazine, broke one's trachea, punctured another's lung. The third one, he just turned off, like a light switch. I never saw anything so fast."
Did Preacher's last words send a chill down your spine? Marcus Vance, the nondescript inmate, the quiet accountant with cheap glasses who seems like the definition of prey. Could he really be the same terrifying man Preacher saw take down 3 Russian mobsters? Carlos C-Note Ruiz, the self-proclaimed king of Blackrock, thinks he's found a little bird, an easy target to break. He's made a fatal miscalculation, hasn't he? C-Note and his crew, Psycho and Dom, believe they can easily extort Vance, humiliate him, and bend him to their will. They've already threatened him in the chow hall in the yard. Now they're planning their next move in the showers. But Vance's unnerving calm, his strange, precise way of looking not at C-Note's eyes, but at the artery pulsing in his throat, hints at a much darker story. Preacher saw the truth, the calloused knuckles, the bladed stance. Those aren't the markers of a simple accountant. So who is inmate number 774-09? Is he truly a weak victim, about to be crushed by C-Note's brutality? Or is he a dormant predator, hiding behind a mask of mediocrity, just waiting for the right moment to strike? Is C-Note about to stick his hand into a tiger's cage? Is the entire power dynamic of Blackrock about to be shattered in an instant? What exactly will happen in that shower? To find out the answers and witness the bloody next chapter of Blackrock, you have to stay with us. Part 2 of this story is coming very soon. You don't want to miss the thrilling conclusion. What did you think of this first part? What do you think Vance's real identity is? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Like this video and share it with your friends. Every like and comment encourages us to create more new stories.